This is why NBA YoungBoy is loved by his hood, 38th and Chippewa. NBA YoungBoy has a deep connection with his fans, especially those from his home neighborhood in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The love from his hood, specifically areas like 38th and Chippewa, is rooted in a few key factors: authenticity and relatability. YB's music often reflects his real-life experiences, including the struggles he faced growing up in Baton Rouge. He raps about the hardships of street life, the pain of losing loved ones, and the emotional battles he faces. This authenticity resonates with fans who share similar experiences and challenges in their own lives. Respect for the streets. YB comes from the same environment as many of his fans. The loyalty and respect he has for his roots, including his neighborhood, is a big part of his appeal. He speaks on issues that hit home for people in his community, and this builds a strong bond between him and his supporters. Success. Despite adversity, YB's rise to fame, despite facing legal troubles and personal hardships, serves as a form of inspiration for many in his neighborhood. His success represents a way out of the struggles of the streets, showing that it's possible to overcome obstacles and make it big, even when the odds are stacked against you. Community loyalty. NBA YoungBoy often shows love to his people, not just in his music, but also through his actions. He's known to keep ties with those from his hood, supporting his local community and often shouting out people from Baton Rouge in his tracks. His loyalty to his roots reinforces the respect and love he gets from his fans in those areas. Gravitating to his energy. YB's energy and persona are magnetic. He's unapologetically himself, which attracts a loyal fan base who see him as someone who is real and unfiltered. His music taps into raw emotions, and this unfiltered approach speaks to those who might have a similar mindset. In short, the love NBA YoungBoy gets from his neighborhood, like 38th and Chippewa, is rooted in mutual respect, authenticity, and shared experiences. It's a relationship built on loyalty, respect for where he came from, and his genuine connection to his community. Let's also look at his act of charity that got him so appreciative by his neighborhood and fans. NBA YoungBoy has shown some degree of giving back to his community, though his charitable efforts might not always be as publicized or as widely discussed as those of some other celebrities. However, a few things highlight his connection to his neighborhood and his attempts to give back. Donations to families and individuals. NBA YoungBoy has been known to make donations to individuals and families in need, particularly in his hometown of Baton Rouge. It's reported that he has sent money or provided resources to people struggling in his community, especially those impacted by poverty or violence. Support for local causes. He has also been linked to supporting local events and causes, such as helping out with community celebrations, holiday events, or even back-to-school drives. Though these efforts might not always be publicly highlighted or large-scale, they help provide relief and support for local residents. Support for his crew and close circles. YoungBoy is known for maintaining close relationships with people from his neighborhood, often involving them in his business ventures or supporting them in personal ways. This loyalty and support can be seen as a form of giving back to his community, particularly to those he's grown up with. Addressing violence and struggles. While it's not direct financial giving, much of NBA YoungBoy's music speaks to the violence, loss, and struggles faced by many in his community. He often addresses these themes in his music, raising awareness and starting conversations about the realities of street life. His influence can help bring attention to issues in Baton Rouge and similar areas. Mentorship. NBA YoungBoy has also been seen as a mentor to younger artists in his community. Through his music and presence, he has inspired others from his hood to pursue their own dreams, whether in music, sports, or other areas. This indirect mentorship can be seen as a way of giving back by showing the next generation that there is a way out of difficult circumstances. However, it's worth noting that NBA YoungBoy tends to keep his personal life relatively private, so some of his charitable acts might not always make headlines. He doesn't always put his giving efforts on display the way some other celebrities might, but his actions and the way he speaks about his neighborhood show a level of support and loyalty. Kids in NBA YoungBoy's hood, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and in many similar neighborhoods, often love him for a mix of relatability, success, and authenticity. He came from the same struggles. YoungBoy grew up in poverty, around crime and hardship, just like many kids in his neighborhood. They see his story as proof that someone just like them can make it big. He represents hope and escape. His success in music shows there's a way out of the cycle of poverty and violence. Kids see him as an example that you don't have to stay stuck. His music speaks their reality. His lyrics talk about pain, family, street life, survival, things that feel very real to kids in the hood. They feel understood when they listen to him. Authenticity. He hasn't changed up too much. He still acts, talks, and moves like someone from their environment. That makes kids trust him more than artists who seem far away after getting rich. Status and influence in the hood, being successful, famous, and respected matters a lot. YoungBoy is like a hometown hero, so kids naturally admire him. He stayed connected to his roots. Even with fame, he still visits Baton Rouge and reps his city, so kids feel he hasn't abandoned them. He shows independence. YoungBoy built his career without depending too much on big labels at first, which kids see as inspiring. A message of being your own boss. Raw emotion in his music. He raps and sings about depression, betrayal, love, anger. Emotions kids in tough environments often feel but don't know how to express. Rebellion and freedom. He lives outside the rules and doesn't care what authority or critics say. For kids growing up under pressure, that attitude feels powerful. Influence on culture. His style, music, fashion, slang, energy sets trends. Kids look up to that and want to emulate him as part of their identity. Altogether, they love him not just for his success, but because he embodies struggle, survival, and self-expression in a way they deeply connect with. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.